Hello, fellow spirits. We're going to attempt Horizons of Spirit Island today. Two quick things though before we get started. Number one, I wanted to point out in the book here that like in the actual Horizons manual, it does point out what happens when you have these Stage 2 cards that have the little adversary icon on them. I thought it was just because they printed the exact same cards that they did from Spirit Island, but actually here in the book, let me see if that'll come up on the screen. So right there it tells you on each board, add a town to a land without a town. Now a board is considered, remember this is a board, right? Because in regular Spirit Island that is just a separate tile. It's not just one giant board like this. So they do have a rule in here for that, which is really cool. And I think that's all I had in the manual. The other thing is, in case I messed this up, even an injured Dahan, if they only have 1 hit point, will still attack and do 2 damage. I don't remember what I said. It's just one of those things that I paced around the house and thought about yesterday and panicked and thought maybe I messed it up. So I pretty much have everything good to go here. I decided what we're going to do is we are going to play these two guys here. Eyes watch from the trees and devouring teeth lurk underfoot. And we'll get to that in just a minute. I wanted to just go over setup one more time here to make sure it's very clear. 3 fear cards on the bottom. We put the terror level 3, that's that one, card right on top. And sideways, we peel off 3 more fear cards. The terror level 2 card then goes on top of that. Because we start the game in terror level 1, we'll put 3 more terror cards on top, and then all of these go back into the game box. Hopefully, by the way, this new microphone sounds a little bit better. Of course, after I finished recording the just kind of overview video of this, I mean, within 5 minutes, they showed up with the microphone stand thing I wanted, so we'll see. So anyway, there are 6 level 3 cards. We get rid of 1. We put them here. There are 5 level 2 cards. We shuffle those up, and we're not going to play with the adversary rule. We are also not going to play with they're not advanced rules. I'm not even going to call them that. They are like the starting rules. We're not going to do that either, like the normal rules for the game, where you draw your minor and major power cards. I pulled out the power cards as instructed here that they suggest you do when you're just getting your feet wet. That way, we can all learn together. Oh, did I get rid of one of these? Did I get rid of one of the 2s? No? All right. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's a 1, here's a 2, and here's a 3 that are out of the game, which means we have the correct amount here. The board should be set up properly already. And then we flip one for the sand. So this tells us that they're going to explore. It's actually going to be here, right? So this is the explore section. So they explore first. So remember, anywhere in or adjacent to a place where they could come from. So this sandy area is adjacent to a town. This has not only a city, but also coastal access. So we'll put an explorer there. Over here, we have the same idea, right? And then, same with down here. They're right next to... That was as bad as it could be for a start. And then let's take a look at the spirits we decided to start with here. Devouring teeth lurk underfoot. So this is a very highly... I wanted that side. Offensive, right? So we need somebody to do some damage here. And it says, for your setup, put 1... We're going to make that guy yellow. Put 1, I've got all the little pieces out here, so we're going to say put 1 on your starting board in land 5. We'll do that here, the closest one to me. It says you start with your 4 unique power cards and 0 energy. It talks about the playstyle. Likes being in the same lands as invaders, so it can use range 0 offensive and defensive powers. The first of its innate power can give some mobility if needed. Has a poor plays track and potent but expensive unique powers, so can be better on handling fewer large threats than lots of little ones. And then they have a whole little story here, which I think is super cool, too. Long ago, the being which would become devouring teeth lurk underfoot was a small territorial spirit of the sand by water. It waited patiently for small prey to approach, then frightened them towards its waiting maw. When fresh prey was scarce, it would scavenge. So, and there's a whole little bit here. It's awesome. So we're going to put these here, and then the way this works, remember we covered them up with their presence token because you do not have access to any of these powers until you unlock them. All right, so there's this also moves, by the way. The game starts like that, like that. This guy, this is Eyes Watch from the Trees. There's their board. And then, oh, this guy's special rule down here in the corner. Your damage dealing powers do +1 damage. That is fierce. So, I like it. And then we have Eyes Watch from the Trees. Put 2 presents, and they're going to be the wine, maroon, burgundy, whatever. It's a little dark, whatever color it is, on your starting board on the highest numbered jungle. So is that a 1 over there? It looks like a 1. Yeah, that's a 1. Okay, so the big jungle here is there. Good at defending against ravages and steadily earning fear. This sounds like a good team. I totally picked these. I grabbed an offense and thought, well, this guy might have good defense, so let's just give it a try. But the fact that we can gain some fear as well is just icing on the cake. Even after centuries, the Dahan find many things about Eyes Watch from the Trees somewhat enigmatic. Is it a spirit of the trees themselves, or a spirit which inhabits trees as its home? Is it one spirit or many? Or a sort of collective spirit. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, cool. All right, so let's put this up here. Hopefully, I wanted to, again, try to find the best, zoomed-in view of this so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. If you're looking at the board from overhead, it's a lot different than if you're sitting in front of it at the angle that you would be at table height, which doesn't work so well for, miniatures on the overhead camera here. They would just be gray blobs. So hopefully this works out well with these little cardboard tokens instead here. Okay, then our starting cards. We are going to just take our hand of starting cards here and maybe not go over them all right away. Let's kind of just get started and see what happens here. So we are ready to go. And remember, let's do this whole thing here, right? So there's the Board Game Geek page for Horizons of Spirit Island. You can see, highly rated. It's a fantastic game. It's cheap enough at Target. It's like $29.99. Oh, and on the Board Game Geek forums, this was the other thing I wanted to mention. The game seems to be making its way to Europe now. I saw people talking about picking up copies in the UK and whatnot, so it must be getting around now. I'm just a little delayed on the last I saw about it. And it just so happens that as of about 2 or 3 hours ago, if you're a computer game player, it's on sale on Steam at the moment as well, and they don't have the Jagged Earth expansion or Horizons of Spirit Island, but they do have Branch and Claw, and for some reason I just don't see it here, and I didn't see it when I looked. It might be there. The promo spirits might be there as well. There were 4 other spirits you could get in the physical game. But right now it is on sale. This is US dollars you're looking at here. So it's only $25 normally. It looks like it's on sale for 32% off at $17. Quite a steal. All right, what do we got here? We have our go now. So remember here, spirit phase. So we got to do growth. So let's take a look and see what we can do for growth for these guys. So here we can reclaim cards, of which, we have them all already. And I'm going to keep the cards down here on the bottom probably, so I can reach them pretty easily. Maybe I'll have little discard piles in the corners here. This is a little tough to kind of squeeze it all into this view I have here. Okay, so we can do add presence or gain a power card, add 3 presence, and gain energy. Let's start with spreading our presence around. I really like the idea of making sure that we can get out there, because we're going to need to do things at least 1-2 spaces away in this scenario already. So let's take add 2 presence, or add a presence up to 2 spaces away. We can put one way out here so that we're already in the area where these guys are going to build, right? We don't want them to be able to build immediately, so that's going to cause us a problem. So we might want to see what we can do to just kill that guy right off the bat. So let's take an energy and put it there, and our second thing we can do is add a presence at a range of 0, so we could just double up right there. So maybe that's not such a horrible idea. I'm going to take one from the card plays here to see if we can't get 2 cards going. What do we have for starting cards for that guy? Yeah, there's some that cost 0, so we could absolutely have 2 cards going. So let's go ahead and put the second one out there too, and we can do that because if we put 2 at a range of if we put 1 at a range of 2 away, the next one is at a range of 0, and we're already there now because we just put 1 there. So that is a valid move. So the growth phase for Devouring Teeth here, I do believe. I do, again, like the high number of card plays, but we're going to start with 2 energy, and there's no way to remove 2 presence here, but we could get extra energy, so maybe we take it from down here. We can add a presence up to 2 spaces away. We're pretty close here, but we're not very close over here, so I'm going to throw the other one 2 spaces away, way out here. And then the second thing we do is gain 3 energy. So we're just going to take 1, 2, 3 energy, put it right here, and then we get to, remember, we get to gain energy now. Yay! So we're going to have even more energy. So we're going to gain 1 here. This guy only has the 1, and this guy is going to gain 2. This way we're going to start big, because there will come a time when we don't have enough energy to afford what we want to afford. So now we've got to pick what cards we want to play here, and it's going to be tricky for me to keep track of exactly which ones we're putting in play here. So let's say we cannot even afford this card for Eyes Watch up here. So these are the only cards we can play, and we can play both of them. Now, taking a look at what we have, that card is a slow power, 1 space away, oh man, into any space. So 1 space away from a jungle, and with presence, so it can only be here, here, or here, and then gather some Dahan. If invaders and Dahan are present, gain some fear. So I don't think that's going to be the card that we play. That's not going to work right now. We have a fast power. In one of the target spirit's lands, and this is targeting any spirit, defend 4. So we can start out with a defense. Target spirit may pay 1 energy to instead defend 8. Not sure we need that right away. And then, boy, maybe this is just what we do here, and it only costs us 1, even though we can play 2 cards. We still need to get all these, or not, we don't have to, but ideally we bump this track up here. So maybe we play this. This is the 1 damage that we need to kill this one little explorer so they don't become a problem. Maybe that's not a bad plan. So I think we're going to play right here, and then we're going to make sure that we pay for this somehow. So we're going to pay our 1. And then over here for Devouring Teeth, let's take a look at their cards. We can only play, we can play 2 cards, but we have plenty of cash to do so, plenty of energy to do so. So we have big defense here. We have, and there's going to be no Ravage on turn 1, just a build. So if we can prevent a build, like up here, we're in good shape, or down here, we're in good shape. So let's see what we have here. So this is a slow power, which is going to happen after the building would happen. So let's take a look at the fast powers and just see what we have here. Target spirit may deal +3 damage this turn with one of its damage-dealing powers. Well, let's see here. Do I have another power? I don't have anything that's going to do any damage right off the bat with this guy, right? No, I do not see anything other than this, which is what we're going to have to do. It looks like we're going to have to do this. And maybe this. Maybe we play these 2 cards. So it's going to cost us 3 energy, though. So the idea here being it's a slow power, and this little guy will build a town here. We can't stop that. That's going to be a slow power, which is going to go after the build happens, but will generate a fear, and... oh, I'm sorry, I pulled the wrong card out. It's still a slow power. We're going to generate a fear and then do 3 damage to, the town. So I think that that's okay. I think that that'll work, right? Because that'll wipe the town out right away. So I think that that's a solid play. So we'll put 2 energy on that. And then Herd Towards the Lurking Maw. Let's take a good look at this card. So that's a slow one, too. We're going to wind up with a town here, like it or not. Range 0. So what we could do is we could gather this town over to here if we wanted to. And we might play that just so that we have that as an option in case we need to move that town for any reason. So I think so, right? Why not? It only costs us 1. It can't hurt. We can play 2 cards. It's going to cost us 1. Okay. So I think we've decided what we're going to do this turn, so let's just take a look at the turn order to make sure that we're on the same page here, being the first round. Fast power phase, which is cards and innate abilities. Now, did we trigger any innate abilities? Yes, we did, but his is slow here. Its is slow. This is if you don't have any presence in a target land, gather one of your things, okay? And it says this is required. So, that is tough. So we can pretend that we have no elements, right? We don't have to do this, but basically the reason why that happens is because if we want to start doing these big damage ones, we have to be shifting our stuff around, okay? This is Tremors here, right? And so I don't think moving them around is going to do us any good this round. I don't think that's going to do anything for us. So this guy obviously did not manage to get two leaves out here in any way. So we have no innate powers going this turn. So all we have is our fast cards going first, which is this one here. So Mysterious Abductions. We're going to pay the 1 cost for it. We can see that is a 1 cost card. It's fast. It generates 1 fear. So we're going to take this fear, put it in the generated fear pool. Range 0, we're in that zone, and do 1 damage, which will kill us an Explorer. Done and done. So now we have a discard pile. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to stack them like that. All right. So then we go on to the Invader phase, right? The rest of it here. So we go to Fear Effects. We don't have a Fear card yet. We go to Ravage. We don't have a Ravage card yet. We go to Build, the thing that we were trying to prevent from happening here. So what's going to happen is we're going to build a little town here. We're going to build a little town here. And we're going to build a little town here. On turn 1, we got 3 towns all of a sudden. All right, so already not looking good. So after Build comes Explore. So we're going to flip over Explore, and they're going to now explore out to the water areas. So here, they're the wetlands rather, there and here. And already we're in trouble. Okay, so that was that. So that was Explore, and then we advance the Invader card. So now what's going to happen is next round, we're going to have a Ravage here in the sands, right? So we know that we need to get our defenses up and ready for next round, okay? Now, looking again here, we go to the slow power phase, right? So these are anything that has the little blue turtle on it that we managed to trigger. We didn't do any of our innate powers, so we only have these 2 cards. So let's see, looking at the state of the board now, does that change anything? Well, if we look over here, I wanted to pull up, do I have Explore? I wanted to see, yeah, so refers to both. So if we look down at the bottom right below the red line, refers to both Explorers and towns. So a push 2, or imagine that says 3 damage to Explorer/towns, okay? It can push, it can push any number of that or damage any number of that, right, is the way to think about that, right? So that could say damage 3 and then do whatever damage necessary, which is great because that's what we have here. And I wanted to see, no, it doesn't say anything else. No, that's it. Okay, good enough. That's all I needed to see. Just wanted to double check this stuff. All right, so now, so we have this. We're going to pay 2 for Ferocious Rampage, right? So that is generate 1 fear. I love me some fear, okay? And then it's going to be at range 0, that's right here. We're going to do 3 damage to just Explorers and towns. Now it's going to do 4 damage total because his power happens to be, oh, what is this one? After one of your powers adds defend to a single land, gather up to 1 Dahan into that land. I didn't even look at the eyes watch from the trees power. So Devouring Teeth lurk underfoot. It's going to be +1 damage. So this says +1 damage from your territorial aggression special rule, which is right here. So we took our 1 fear, 3 damage. So now we have a choice to make. Do we do it here or do we clear it out here? Well, knowing that we can do something else next turn, maybe these are the 2 that we kill. Because we know that a Ravage is going to happen in the sandy areas, right? So here, not here, but here. So this place is going to get destroyed. This place is going to get destroyed. This place would get destroyed, but the extra downside of this place already having a blight on it and getting 2 or more damage on it would be that we would have to add a blight to it, and because we added 1 to a place that already had a blight, we would then have to cascade the blight to a adjacent place. And we don't want that to happen, right? That's a good way to have it get out of control real fast. So we're going to do that. Then we have Herd Towards the Lurking Maw. We're going to pay 1 for this. And again, this is a 0 range. Where do we... So we can gather up to 1 town or... little dude. So an explorer or a town in a place that we have presence. So basically what that's saying is, you know, this place here, we could suck a guy into that little area, right? And it could be this explorer or that explorer, or over here, we could take this guy down here or this guy over here. Now, none of these look like great options, right? Okay. I don't know if I want to put, like, this is already a ton of damage. We have one, you know, lone Dahan standing there as defense. So I almost think that maybe what we do... Wait, how did this guy get down here? Was this guy just chilling on the board? He might have been. There shouldn't have been a guy there. It might have been from when I was messing around before. There shouldn't have been a guy down here, an explorer, because they explored wetlands and here, and we just maybe I didn't take him off the board. There shouldn't even be a town here. Why is there a town down here? Oh, did I slide them down? That's what happened. Okay, all right. That's going to happen a lot in this game. There's a lot of thinking going on here, and it's hard to like talk through it all. Okay, so yeah, that's a little better. So we could take this guy over to here, or this guy over to here. So the way that we figure that out is we look at our cards. Can we do any extra damage? No, but we could do some defense. We have some defending cards that this guy can do next turn. So, you know, having more stuff up there might not be the end of the world. And then over here, we have, what can we do? So now we're looking up here. So one range away, I don't see, okay. We have all kinds of defense here, so I think that we're going to be in good shape. So let's do that. I don't like that this is so strong right here, so let's pull this guy into this zone here with this card, okay? Let's do that because there's no other good place to put somebody. So this card is now spent, and if we take a look at the turn order, that was the slow power phase, time passes. So the power cards go into our personal discards, damage and the elements go away, and then we're back to the top again where we get to do the growth phase. Now, taking a look at this, I really, really like the idea of getting ourselves another card in our hand. So if we go ahead and do this one, it says gain 1 energy, add a presence up to 3 spaces away. So, and you know, we can share zones. Like this red guy can come down here to this board. So that could put us, you know, down here perhaps. The other thing, by the way, that would happen is if you have to add blight, you know, if you're doing damage to a land and you have presence there, you're destroying 1 presence marker from each spirit, and they don't go back on the board, they go into the game box. That's another way to lose the game. If any one spirit loses all their presence, you lose. All right, so that's good there. And then we're going to gain 1 power card. So I'm just going to take it off the top because I put them in order, and this is Lure of the Unknown. And we can see that that's the very first card in the suggested list right here. Okay, so it says Lure of the Unknown. So that's the card that we're going to take. That might help a little bit. All right, so Lure of the Unknown is just gathering more guys. Every little bit is going to help. I got to remember now because they don't have the special backs on them, right? Okay, so we have to keep at least one of these together. Okay, so that's that guy. Now we're going to move on to Devouring Teeth lurk underfoot. For the growth phase, how about... Oh, dear. Let's take a look at the expense of these cards. 3. So we're going to gain at least 2 energy here. So we're going to have 4. So I think we're okay to do this right here, where it says add a presence up to 1 space away, which I think is going to be... What do our cards have for... Well, just for fun, let's do this here. Let's take one of those. And so we're going to take this power card, and we can put this up to 1 space away. And I don't like being so far away from all this stuff, so let's just move down here. Now, the minor power that we got here for the yellow player is Devouring Ants. But it's from a sacred site, which we don't have. 1 damage, destroy a Dahan. If land is a jungle or the sands, take 1 damage. Okay, well, we'll get there. So, because we don't have any sacred sites with this guy yet. All right, so moving on, we have to gain our energy. So we're going to gain 2 energy here. We're going to gain 2 energy here, and you'll notice now that this guy has a permanent fire icon unlocked. All right, so back to the turn order here. Play cards. So, what are we gonna do here? So now we're in the storm here when it comes to these places here. What we would like to be able to do is gather some Dahan. I like it. Oh, it's a slow power though. I don't like it. Okay, I really wish I had a fast power on the move here, but I don't. So let's think about this now. Let's say, yeah, I don't like that at all. This is going to be very bad. So we have the ability to generate 2, that's slow though, generate 2 fear and move some guys around. As far as fast powers go, we can move. We could gather one of these guys here or there, and what gather means is at a range of 2 from a place we have, right? So that says lure of the unknown, right? So we could convince a town to move out, somewhere this way, right? Or even down here into the mountains. We could even do that. That's not going to prevent that place from taking all kinds of damage, though. However, and that is a fast power. Okay, I think we kind of have no choice here. We're going to do this and that. Both of these are free, amazingly enough. And Boon of Watchful Guarding in one of target spirits' lands defend 4. So we could defend 4 here. You can see that there's going to be 6 damage here. Not great, but we could pay 1 to defend 8, it says. And that might be pretty great. So let's think about that. And can we... Dang, that's too bad I don't have like a Gathered Dahan quickly power. Let's just take a quick look at his power. Ooh. That's not so bad. We might actually have this handled without having to even pay for it. Okay, so that's good there. So let's take a look now at what we have with Devouring Teeth Lurk underfoot. We can play 2 cards down here in the yellow area, and we're really, really concerned about what's going to happen here in the desert. Now, I'm not worried about this desert or that desert. It's these 2 places that are horked. So let's see here, with one of its damage-dealing powers. Is there a way that I can manage to somehow raise 2 fire, 2 animal symbols, and one of the rock mountain ones? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Boy, was that a good move. Okay, so let's see. Take a look at these bad boys for powers. Okay, so that's a fast power. Oh, that's another target, though. That's another spirit. Target spirit is other than yourself. So target spirit may deal +3 damage. So that's a bummer because I want to be able to deal all kinds of damage. And I don't think this guy is going to be doing any damage that turn, right? They're going to be doing defense. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that card is out. So that leaves us with these 2 cards. Okay, so one's a slow power. We may as well just throw that in just because it'll happen. We'll find out what happens there. Oh, and that's... We don't even have a Sacred Site, so that's not going to be useful to actually activate the power. However, we're not entirely screwed yet. So take a look at this. So this is range 0 in any land, and it's a fast. So right here, we could defend this place, defend 9. We could gain 2 fear because invaders are present, and we could push Dahan out of there if we wanted to, but we probably just want to keep them in there so they can do some damage. Now, that said, if we can get these 2 cards... Is it those 2 cards into play? No. I need these 2 cards. So we can still pay for that and not use the effect, right? We can still pay the 1 so that we have the elements, because with those elements and those elements... Is that right? That gives us 2 fire, because remember, we have 1 fire unlocked right here. So 2 fire, one of the mountain... gray stone ones, and then 2 of the animal ones, the red ones on the bottom there. It gives us 1 damage, and then don't forget, +1 for your territorial aggression rule. I like it. I think that we can do that damage. I think we need that damage. Okay, so let's make sure we can pay for all this stuff. That's going to cost us 2. This is going to cost us 1. Those are both free. Lucky us. Those are the cards we chose. And back to the turn order here, you can see now we go into the actual using of the cards. The fast power phase cards are next. All 4 of these are fast, so we're not going to have a slow power phase. So let's do this first here. Okay, so the game also comes with these little tokens that we can use to just set little reminders on the backside as like a little shield-looking icon. That way we can keep a good track of what's going on here, because there's a lot to remember, especially when you're playing single player, because you're trying to do it all yourself. Whew, all right, so let's go, and it doesn't matter what order we do as long as we're paying attention and making sure that one whole character goes. So that's why I'm keeping them kind of split here. So let's put these. Oh no, they're backwards already. Okay, so that's this guy, and this is this guy. All right. So now, Furious Might. We're gonna pay. No, we're not gonna do that one. Yeah, we're gonna pay for it just so that we have the icons. But the rest of this, fine. Target Spirit may deal +3 damage. If you do any damage, red guy, you do +3 damage, right? I don't think he's doing any damage though. All right, so over here we're gonna pay 2 for that. Mark territory with scars and teeth. And so what this says is we're going to be able to defend 9 in that area right there. Now, gain 2 fear if there's invaders present. Boom, look at that. We're already halfway to our first fear card. And then push 2 Dahan. Now, I don't want to push that guy out of there. He's going to stay there because they only do 2, 3, 4 damage. Okay, so I think we're good there. He's taken care of. We're going to move over here now. Now, in one of target spirit's lands, we're going to do defend 4, and that is if I can do it anywhere, and it says any spirit, and so there's no range requirement, so we could do a defend 4 right there. Now, remember I said that's going to do 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage, so we still have to come up with a defend 2 somewhere. So, if we activate our innate power here, because we have 1 moon right here on this card, two green leafy ones. There's one there and one there. We have gain 1 fear and defend 2, and it says it's a fast power range 1 away from a sacred site, which this is a sacred site. It's 1 zone over. Target land has to have invaders. So now we all of a sudden have defend 6 here, and we generated a fear all for that. Additionally, what does this say? Nope, not that one. This one here. So the other card that we played, free as well, by the way, we can gather. We can gather dudes into a land that doesn't have any invaders, up to 2 away. We played that just so that we had the powers. So let's see here. Where can we move people to? Now, the jungles look pretty safe at the moment, right? There's no jungle card down here. One thing that I do know, just offhand, is that, remember there are 4 level 1 cards in here? It's each zone. So we know that this is going to either be a jungle or a mountainous. And I have no idea. Because remember, you get rid of 1, so there's only 3, so one of those is not included, and I don't know what it is. So we're kind of gambling here. So we can move a town or a villager into a zone that doesn't. So this is a great character to move up to here, I think. Right? I like it. We're going to gather 1 explorer from here to there. Because that'll prevent a town there later on. It's going to make a city over here, though, but it would just make another town anyway. And we would lose a Dahan if we send him up there, which we don't want to do. That's a bummer. But it at least keeps everything focused, and we have some pretty big cards here, and if we can get this guy to defend 9 up here soon, we're in the money. Okay, I'm good with it. I think we're okay. All right, so now we have played our fast cards. We're going to go ahead to the fear effects. We don't have any fear cards yet. We're going to go to Ravage, and this is where it's going to get interesting. So Ravage is going to happen anywhere that there are invaders in the sands, okay? So up here, this guy's going to do 1 point of damage, and then the Dahan are going to attack back and do that. And so this guy took 1 point of damage. Over here, they're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6, but we have defend 6, so 0 damage happens. Over here, nothing happens. There's no invaders. And then over here, we have 2, 3, 4 damage, and this was defend 9 or something ridiculous, right? Yeah, defend 9. So nothing happens there, and what's going to happen now is the Dahan are going to attack back and do 2 points of damage. Now, I think that our best bet is going to be to kill this town. If we kill the town, we also gain 1 fear. Okay, so there's that. So this is done, and the Ravage is done. Now, we're going to move on to the build phase. This is also awful because what's going to happen here is we're going to build a town where this guy is, we're going to build a town where this guy is, and we're going to build a city where all of that is. All right, and then we're going to flip an Explorer card. Ah, it's the jungle. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess either way, it doesn't really matter. None of the jungles, and only one of those places has a thing. Okay, so then the jungles are going to have Explorers. So again, we're going to put Explorers here, 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 every place because we didn't kill that one. But, well, no, this is connected to that as well, and that's connected to that too. Yeah, that would have been bad no matter what we did. And then the last part of this phase is to slide them all down. So that is that. That's the end of the Explorer phase. Advance Invader cards. On to the slow power phase. And I don't think we had any slow powers, right? We had... Did we do this guy? I think we did, right? This was this guy. We had 2 fires, right? 2 fires. Yes, we did. So we can do... Okay, so range 1 away... Oh, this is great. No, look at this. So range 1 away, death approaches from beneath the surface. If you don't have a presence in the target land, gather one of your presence. So if I make that the target land, because it can be 1 range away from a place, and it's 0, I mean, we got a thing right here. If we make this the target land that has invaders, right, that's required. If you don't have one, gather one, right, because that's you moving underneath the sand, so we're already there. And then we have this, because we have 1 fire, 2 fire, 1 mountain, 2 animal things here, 1 damage, +1 for territorial aggression rule, meaning we can do 2 damage right here to this town. Boom. And off it goes. I mean, that's just how that's going to work. Why not? Okay. So we're going to get rid of this town. We're going to generate a fear. Oh, we're so close. And that's that. Those were the slow powers. That's fantastic. After the slow powers, time passes. So we're going to take these cards, put them in the discards. These are this guys, these are this guys, and then we're going to heal our 1 Dahan here who took some damage. So, whew, that is getting crazy already here. All right, so now, yeah, lots going on. Okay, and we only have these cards now, right? We're at the top of the round, so we can take a minute to look at what we have here. So, for the yellow guy here, this 1 damage, and it destroys a Dahan, can only be 1 range away from a sacred site, and we don't have any sacred sites. So it might be time to do the growth phase of reclaim cards and then +1 presence to a range 0 to make a sacred site somewhere, perhaps up here, and then we can go do a little bit of damage down there. Yeah, in fact, I kind of like that option. Okay, so, in fact, maybe if I put these up top, it'll be easier for me to remember whose cards are whose. Alright, so next up, let's take a look at the growth phase. I like the idea. Let's do this guy's growth phase first here. Let's do reclaim cards and add 1 presence, and I think that, I mean, we have all of our cards back, so we're kind of a little bit low on presence at the moment, and maybe we need, energy. So maybe we take this so that we gain 3 energy. And we're going to put this, I like it. I'm going to put it right there with that one. So his growth phase is done. We're going to go up here. We can take, let's take a look at our cards though. We have Fear and Push and Gather. And things are already looking kind of bad. I really want some more goodies here. So let's go ahead and do this with the same here. So +1 energy. We're going to do gain 1 power card, and then we're going to do the reclaim card. So now we have all of our cards back. We're going to then move on. Remember to gain energy, and then we're going to play cards. So we're going to gain 2 energy here, and we're going to gain 3 energy here now, which is fabulous. Okay, now we're going to pick some cards. So let's see here. Round 3, can we somehow, in the fast phase, get this guy? That's going to be sweet, because then we could have a fear card as our friend right when we need it the most. So let's see what we've got here. Now that we have all of our cards, this is going to be a much different game. I mean, like, right off the bat, there's gain 2 fear. Oh, it's a slow power, though. Arg. Okay, hold on here. Let me see if any of these fast powers... Here's one. That's an easy one, too, right? It costs 1 energy. It does 1 single point of damage, and it gains us that fear. Now, recall... Oh, it's a range 0, though. That is a bummer, because we don't have anybody here. Okay, so maybe that's a great move for next turn. So this turn, though, here's what we're looking at. We have to buckle up here and here and here. We have to really make sure that we're not going to get completely walked all over on some of these places. And if we can't defend this land, well, then perhaps... Because we need to defend 3, 4, 5, 6 up in that corner, and that's a big ask, right? That is a big ask right away here. Let's ooh boy, I don't know if there's a way to do anything up there to defend that land besides this here. We could. This is kind of our, like, oh god, things got out of hand card. That card right there, it's a fast play card. Any spirit can use it anywhere they want. It costs almost nothing. And yeah, that's a big deal. Oh, you know what? Last time, after one of your powers adds defend to a single land, gather up to 1 Dahan into that land. We didn't do it, but I do want to move that guy over there, because we can gather a guy over there, and that's our trouble zone. Okay, Boon of Watchful Guarding. In one of the... Okay, so we could... Worst case scenario, there's our get out of jail free card. Is there any way that we can do any damage in that zone over there? I don't think so. We can kill this guy with that, right? We can take out that explorer with that little piddly card. We almost have to, because it gets us the explorer... I mean, the fear card that we want, or the fear token that we want. And I don't have another good way to defend that zone out there. And we're going to have... Man, we're going to have real trouble. Real fast. Okay. Let's just see what happens then if we play these two. So we're going to play that so that we can get that done, right? We got to get that guy killed, or that guy... Oh, no, we can't. It has to be this guy. Range 0. So it has to be this guy killed and get our 1 fear. We're going to do that. And then for our second card, we're going to play that. And that's because I want to move some Dahan around, because we're going to need to do some damage here at some point. Probably in the jungle, maybe, here pretty soon. I'm going to move some guys around. We'll see where they go. I don't know, but we need to do something. We're going to take a look at Devouring Teeth lurk underfoot here. All right, again, this is going to be a problem for us here, right? We can't do anything about all that damage. So let's see if we can either, A, kill some guys right away. Oh, that's such a bummer that does not work. Devouring Ants is a good card, but I'll tell you, we're worried about the wetlands this time, so that's not gonna help us any. It's not gonna work here anymore. Not gonna do it. Here we have a defend 9 again. I don't like that either. I don't like any of this. None of this is going my way. Oh, no. Okay, so can we get these people... Oh, and these jungles are about to get messed up. So can we move the guys in the jungle? So and they'd have to be fast. So the answer here is no. I have no cards that can move guys out of a jungle. So let's start looking. Oh, did we meet any requirements here? We did. We met a defend 2. It's a bummer we don't have another leaf unlocked here. Where is it? Right there, plant. There it is. That's our next thing we should go after is plant. Because then we could have had, just built-in defense right in there. Okay, so let's think about how we can not lose our butts over here. Okay. This is going to do us no good because it's just pure damage. This is going to be at least a little bit of damage. It's going to do 2 damage. It's going to be really, really bad for us, though, because we're going to destroy a Dahan. That's such a bummer, though. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And we can't push these guys out of the way. What we need to do is spread yellow guy up here more and red guy down here more so that, they can help each other out a little bit better. We just don't quite have that range yet. We're getting there, though. There's a red guy here, yellow guy making his way up there. Man, this is... it's going to get hurt, but maybe there's just nothing we can do. Maybe there's just nothing that we can do this turn. Maybe we just have to eat it for a round and let them do their damage. So what about a way, and of course that's a slow power, to prevent a Ravage right there? Gosh, I just don't like any of it. Maybe we end up doing that, and then we do... Right, and so the benefit here, the idea of the defend... it's such a big card, but perhaps it'll bail us out, right? If we do that, that is a really big card for us. Can we then play something with fire and animal? So one of these two would also get the job done here for us. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do those. So that's going to cost us 4 energy. Those are the 2 we're gonna spend. And you can see now why this game plays best with other humans at the board, right? Because how much fun is it sitting around waiting for one person's AP, let alone a whole crew's worth of AP, right? Could you imagine this 6-player? So they went every single energy that this guy had. I'm glad we took all that energy when we had the chance. All right, so now we've picked our cards. We go back to the turn order. You can see now it's fast power phase. So this is where all the stuff is going to happen of the cards that we chose that are fast power cards. So first thing first, Mysterious Subductions. Love it. At a range 0 from red guy up here, we're going to do 1 point of damage and gain 1 fear. So we're going to move that fear into the fear pool. We're going to move this card. Actually, there's a spot here that says earned fear cards. There's a 0% chance I'm going to remember to do that, so I like to put it on, down here. I just would have liked the fear cards to be down here. Okay, so there's our fear card. Now what happens is the fear pool will then... The generated fear empties out, goes back to the pool, and we can do 1 point of damage to a place where we have presence. And it looks like it's going to be this guy. Right? Well, we could take that guy out as well. That's not going to do us any good, though. So we're going to kill that guy. Okay, so that card is done. And then keep in mind that we do have... In range 1, we have Defend 2. We have 2 of those... No. So all we have is generate 1 fear and defend 2 in a land that is 1 away from a sacred site. So we technically have 2 defend right here for whatever good it does us, which is none. Okay, but it does generate 1 fear. So that's good there. That's also a fast power. So this is done. Now we're going to go over here and take a look at this other fast power here. We're going to pay 2 for that. And this says at range 0, defend. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not any good. I wanted to defend over there. Well, it is what it is. So for no reason at all, we're going to defend right here. And then it says, if invaders are present, gain 2 fear. Good enough. It's at least something. And then push to Dahan. We can push this guy over here. Okay, so that is done. And then did we have any other powers kick off here because of this? I don't think so. We had 2 fire, 1 stone, yeah, and 2 of those, and that's a slow power, so we'll just have to remember to look at that later on. Okay, so now it's up to the fear card, right? So remember, take a look here, Invader Phase, the Blighted Island effect. This is from the Spirit Island manual, so we don't have that card in play here. We go straight to the fear effects. And since we're only on terror level 1, our win condition here is we have to clear the board of all invaders, and we only get the first level here. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan, in each 1 damage. So we can do 1 whole point of damage in a land with Dahan. So, you know what? So one of the 2 players here is going to pick this land and kill that guy, because you know what? They're going to build, so go away. And then, you know, maybe that's not such a bad idea here. We also could... Does it work on fear cards? This adds +1 damage. It says damage dealing powers. That's a fear card, not a power. Okay, so no. So we can do 1. So this guy can do 1 damage as well somewhere. You know what? We may as well do it way down here and kill that same guy, right? So you can see how good the fear cards are, right? Like that bailed us out of a big build coming on for the invaders next, you know, level here, or next turn. Okay, so that was fear cards. So let's go to Ravage now. So the Ravage phase. So there's just no getting around it. This is going to be bad. So up here, they're going to do a ton of damage to the land. My little defender token isn't going to do enough to defend it. They had defend too. And then we're going to do that. This wetlands here. There's no damage here. This one is going to do enough damage. Oh, that's a real bummer because it's going to... Oh, well, maybe this is the one we do defend 2 in then. Instead of up there, that's this guy. So instead of the defend 2 there, we'll do defend 2 there. Right? Can we do that? We can't do that. Nope, it's too far away. So here, 3 damage is going to happen, right? So it's going to kill 1 guy and make 1 Dahan flip over. It's also going to destroy our presence here, right? That's a bummer. That is a huge bummer. And to make matters worse, there's a little bit of blight action for you. Okay, so then after the Ravage, the Dahan attacks back, and he is going to do 2 points of damage, and he's going to kill that town, which generates 1 more fear. And then we do a ton of damage here as well, and that puts another blight token right there. Nothing to be done about it. That's unfortunate. So that's Ravage. Then we have the build phase. So now we did okay because we were able to kill everybody except for this guy. So he's going to build a town right there. And then we have the Explore. Oh no, into the sands they're going to explore. So everywhere that we are adjacent to a town or a city or the coast... Oh man, look at what a mess it is getting to be up in this area. Okay, all right, so there's our Explore phase. So now we move from Explore down to, we moved the cards forward to Slow Power phase. We are going to see what we have left here. So what we have, let's do the red guy, the red guy first up here. So he has this card, Whispered Guidance Through the Night. He can gather up to 3 Dahan into a space 1 zone away from a jungle where he has presence. That's what that says right there. Let me see. Do I have an example? Where would that be? Right there, the second one. Range 1 from a mountain with your presence. And so that's a jungle in this case. That says jungle. So that could be this zone right here. Gather up to 3 Dahan. So we could go 2, 3. So you see we have 4 Dahan there now. So there was quite the pile going on. Because that was the target zone, and they went from places adjacent. And then it says, if invaders and Dahan are present, gain 1 fear. I like it. We need to get 3 more fear coming at you. Okay, and then his power already went, so he is done. So this character's done. So we go on to the yellow player here now. We go to the Devouring Teeth, and the slow powers we have are this and this. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So we have... Range 0, 3 damage. Let's pay our 2. 3 damage. So, first thing is generate a fear. I dig it. I can dig it. 3 damage to explorers or towns only, and it's +1 damage, right? Because our territorial aggression special rule. So let's. I mean, that seems pretty clear that we could kill 3 explorers right off the beach, right? Nuke 'em. Boom. Okay, then. All right, so that's done. Furious Rampage. And then over here, we did meet the requirements. We have 2 fire icons, the Mountain Stone one, and then 2 of the animal one. So we have to do a range of 1 from a present to a land with invaders. Okay, so we're going to go here because it says if you don't have presence there, which would be here, gather 1 of your dudes, right, or 1 of my presents. So I move that into there because this is now our target land. And then we are going to do 1 damage, but it's +1 for territorial aggression special rules. So we're going to do 2 damage in this land and kill this town, which is there, and we take 1 more fear. I like it. Okay, so that's it for the slow power phase. Let's go on to like the cleanup here. This is going to be discard pile, and then anybody damaged. Our friendly Dahan guy down here. Not bad. Okay, back to the top. Let's do our growth phase. We have most of our cards in our hand, and I think we can make this work. I think that we're not completely hosed because that fear card saved us. That's what I think. So let's maybe focus on getting a little bit more energy for this guy first here. So let's do this one here. Let's do 1, 2, 3 energy. Ooh, maybe he needs a power card. Maybe we do a power card. No, let's do this one. Gain 3 energy and add a presence. Let's do, what cards does this guy have left? Plenty of animal powers, not enough fire. So for now, well, yeah, this way we can at least play. Gosh, let's take that. Let's take that one instead, right? And let's put it up to 1 away. We're gonna go up there, and then, oh no, it's 2 away. It's 2 away. So we could go. Oh, buddy, we could wind up in here if we wanted to. Can we do all kinds of damage somehow? No. No, we can't. But it might be a good idea to maybe not go so far away and kind of move ourselves in our own little area. Or gosh, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go right here just so that we're close enough to here in case we can reach out, right? Because it's a whole lot easier to go 1 zone over than it is to go 2 zones over. And then as far as the growth pattern up here, I think, didn't I talk myself into taking this one no matter what? So we're going to take the plant and let's do this middle one, and we'll take a plant and an air. Why not? And then that way we can go 2 and 0. So +2. Boy, we could go from here. We could go 1, 2 into here, and then a 0. We could just be all buddy down here, and that'll get us down into this area. I think that's not horrible, but we do have to make sure. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay, that's what we're doing for growth phase. Now, gaining energy. You're going to gain 2 up here, and this guy's going to gain 4 now. Let's just take a big 3 here, because some of these cards are going to start getting expensive. All right, and I think next turn, no matter what, we have to take some upgrade cards. I think our best bet is going to be to grab some of these cards, because we know there's a major power coming here, right? And this one might be a minute. Okay, so now we are into playing cards again. So what can we do in the red zones here? We need to pay attention to Ravage. Okay, so this is handled. You know what? Ravage is an absolute joke this phase. Look at this. Ravage the jungle is a joke this turn. I'm not even afraid. No. Okay. What we need to worry about then is building in the desert. We're going to worry about this, and we're going to worry about that, and this is just going to be an incidental kill if we can manage to make it happen. So that's a slow one. What can we do? Ravage in the jungle. Oh yeah, this one's handled. I don't care about the jungle. We need to do something about the sand here. Okay, so the sand zones. We can. God, I'm kind of... Right, because this is going to be a town, and that's going to be a town. So is there a way to move them out of the sand is what we want, right? We're going to want to move them out of the sand. Quickly, though, right? So we need to figure out a way... So like this here is a fast play card at a range of 2 from where red has presence. And we could choose a land that does not have any invaders, and we could gather a dude there, right? So we're going to play that for sure because we can tell that guy to move somewhere else or this guy to move somewhere else because we're within range of all of that. So I think that that's a solid play for 1 card. And now this guy can actually play... Oh, no, there's still 2 cards. Oh, and our powers, yeah, we have some defense. I'm not even really worried about the defense this turn. I just don't care. It's just not going to happen. I mean, this might just be a round where we kind of like position ourselves here a little bit, right? Is there anything that we can do to get ourselves into a better position to where we're going to have to do... as you can see, I'm kind of like preparing for a big strike on there, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not. It's not. So let's see here. Because, I mean, I don't even know how much damage is going to happen there. It's going to be just an absolutely absurd amount. So maybe we just leave it at that. I would like to generate some fear, though. I really, really would. So what do we have here? We have 1 moon... 1 green leaf. All I need is a 2nd green leaf. And I have all these cards for that. So we may as well play Eerie Noises and Moving Trees. It'll also gain us extra fear, and then we can move guys around if we want. But that'll also give us more fear, because we need to get... I mean, steady generation of fear is a very good thing. Alright, on to Devouring Teeth Lurk Underfoot here. Let's see what we can figure out here. And we only have 3 cards for this guy. We need to definitely work on getting some more power cards. Do I like the ants? I love the ants, because over here we have 2. So, let's see here. Where did my ants go? Devouring ants. Oh, man, they're not in the right zone. We need to be able to push those guys out of there. And that's a slow power phase. So the question is, can I kill... That's a slow power phase, 1 damage, but Oh, that's terrible. No good, because I can't... I need to stop this guy. And there's no way to do so, so we need to figure out if we can make this happen then as a slow power. I don't have anything that's going to work. I don't have anything that's going to work. So I think we need to play Devouring Ants for sure to do some work here. But because if this next card comes out and it's a Wetlands again, we're in very big trouble. All right, and yeah, we're gonna have a build out here, and that's gonna be horrible, but that's okay. I'm preparing the defenses. So if we take the Devouring Ants, they're gonna go up here, I think, and then that leaves us. We can gain another fear. Yeah. We can gain another fear. Dang, that guy's going to have to take cards back again. And then gather somebody. And what does that give us for our innate powers? Anything useful? 1 fire? That's not useful. No. We almost have to play this card then. Okay. That is a huge bummer. So is anybody... They're not doing damage. I'm going to have to pay for that card, even though... Oh, this guy, I want to make sure we pay for these cards. That's going to cost 2. So... That's a bummer, but I think our best bets are those 2 cards. So that gives us 2 fire, 1 mountain, and 2 animal. So we could again do 1 damage, 1 range away. So that's it right there. That's it right there. Gift of Furious Might and Devouring Ants. The Gift of Furious Might, nobody's going to do any damage, so it is what it is, but that's okay. We're going to have those cards back in our hand. Okay, so we got to make sure we pay for these 1 and 1. All right, so we chose our cards. Let's go ahead and see how this shakes out. Fast powers first. So as far as fast powers go, this guy, Eyes Watch from the Trees, has has enough goodies. Oh, do I have 4 plants? 1, 2, 3 plants. Arg! 3 plants. Okay, so 3 plants and 2 moons. So that's a fast power. So we have defend 4 somewhere, which is at a range of 1 away. It doesn't even matter. There's no ravage happening anywhere near him. I mean, it could be right here. Okay, and gain 1 fear. Boom. That's all we needed, right? Because now we take a fear card. All this goes back. Okay, and so we're looking at defend 4 right here. Then we have fast power. Gather 1. Oh, it has to be a land with no invaders. So let's gather. So at a range of 2 away. In a range of 2 away, that's a bummer. From a place where red has presence, up to 2 away, we can target a place that has no invaders and move a guy to it. Welp. I mean, it's a gamble because we know sand has already been drawn out of the level 2 though. We do know that, but that doesn't help me much. So if we gather, I mean, I want that guy to stay there. Well, no, they're going to build. We don't want that to. So let's target this land in the middle and move this guy right here. That way there's going to be no build in that sand. How does that grab you? The question is that better than moving this guy over to here? I think I'm going to leave that guy here and move this guy here. Okay, so that's that fast power done. That fast power done. That leaves this Gift of Furious Might, which is nothing. We're just paying for it so that we have the elements. Because target spirit may deal +3 damage this turn with one of its damage-dealing powers. But he didn't do any damage. He doesn't have any damage. So there's nothing there. So now we move on to the invader phase, which is going to be weird this time. So Ravage is going to be in the jungle. So 1 damage is going to happen right here. So this guy's going to take... Oh, no. Remember, it was defended 4. 0 damage. And the Dahan are going to attack back and kill this guy. Okay, so we don't need that anymore, really. So that was it for the jungle. Build phase now is going to happen in the desert. So nothing happens here, nothing happens here. We do get ourselves a town out here. And then, oh man, look at this disaster. What do we have? So we have to add a town. So let's add a town. So there's 2 towns, 1 city, and 2 explorers right there. And then for our explore phase, oh no, coastal lands. That's awful because boom, 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 boom. Oh no. Okay, so here, there's 3 explorers here. I'm going to peel these guys off and put a triple. Here's a X3 explorer right there. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage happen right there. Oh, dear me. Okay. Oh, boy. All right, so that is it for the bad guys. And now we get to do a... Oh, no, I didn't do my fear card first. I moved it off. So that is each player removes... Oh, is it the same as the last one? Each player chooses a different land with Dahan. Oh, and do 1 damage. Oh, well, this isn't going to change anything. Okay, each player removes 1 little guy from a land with Dahan. So, oh, it would have changed things because I would have removed this guy, and he wouldn't have been able to build. And see, and that's why I put it here, because up here I'd forget it forever. And then, of course, I moved it off of there to look at what level that card was. And then I guess another Dahan, another one that we can remove would be... those guys just got there, so they don't count. So maybe it would have been this guy off of that place. Well, no. This guy, because that place is getting out of hand already. That way it's all the same. Okay, there we go. All right, let's put these face up. Okay, so that's the end of their phase. Now we move on to slow stuff. Oh my god, this game is such a good brain burn. I love it. We have to pay 2 for this card, and it says gain 2 fear. Boom. Oh man, we need to gain a lot more fear than that. push up to 2, and this is away from red, push up to 2 towns or explorers. So where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? We could target... Oh, man, and then a build is going to happen all along these... Okay, so we're going to push this guy into there, I think. just to see if we can't completely screw that little plot of land there. Okay. All right, and then we're going to go on to the slow phases for this guy. Now, he also, remember, he has 2 fire icons, 1 of the stone, and 2 of the animal. So we can actually use the damage thing and do 2 points of damage somewhere. So let's see where we can do 2 points of damage where it would matter. And it's just range 1 from where we are. Now what's going to matter is that next time coastal lands are going to build. And I hate that idea. I also hate these little explorer dudes that got all over the place. But in the interest of generating some stuff, we're going to go right here. And we're going to, so it's range 1 away, so that's 1 away, targeting land that has invaders, and do 1 damage, plus 1 damage for territorial aggression. So we're going to kill the town, which is going to generate us 1 more fear. So that's done. That leaves Devouring Ants. We're going to pay 1 to cast Devouring Ants. That says generate 1 fear, 1 damage, and destroy 1 Dahan. And the range on that is 1 space away from a sacred site, right? So which is up here. So I'm going to target this poor land again. And now, while we do 1 damage, let's do 1 damage to that. There's no Dahan in there to destroy. And then it's if target land is oh, crud. We can do 2 damage to it. That's not a jungle or a sandy place. So, I guess we can only do the Explorer. Because I can't do 3 damage. I could only manage to do 2 damage. That's a bummer. But that's okay. That is okay. Alright, so now we're done with slow powers of all gone. We're going to go ahead and discard our cards. And then anybody who's damaged heals. I don't see any damage out there. And now for the trouble turn. Because the Ravage is going to happen right here. And then we're going to have buildings all along here and here and here and here and here. Okay. So I think that we don't have a choice. We need to get some cards back in our hands, right? We could defend a lot. We need to defend how much here again? 4, 7, 10, 11 defense is what we need. Oh my word. So we could defend 4. Oh, I have that literally in my hand right here. And then we could do 8 damage back, which is not quite enough. Bummer days. Okay, so then this guy is going to do the reclaim cards. Does he even have any damage in here? 1 damage. I mean, that's good enough, though. Okay, we're going to do... Oh, man, there's no... It doesn't matter, I need it. So we're going to do reclaim cards, gain 1 power card, gain 1 energy. Okay. And then for this guy, I mean, we have no cards. Oh, gosh. And we know that this is going to be very bad if we don't find a way to do some more damage. That's a bummer. What is his next card? It's just pushing things out of the way. So he has to do reclaim cards and add a presence at 0. Let's do this one, I guess, at range 0. I'm going to put it up here. Okay, so there we go. Now, gain our stuff. We gain 2 energy here, and we're going to gain 4 energy here. Okay, so now we're sitting pretty good on the energy. Okay, much better. We got cards back in our hands. Lots of cards. Love games with no hand limit, but no fear cards. Dang it. All right, let's take a look and see what red player can do here. So up at the top, there is absolutely no question that 100% we have to focus right here. Okay? Because Ravage is happening. So nothing is happening here. We need to defend right here. This could defend 8 for us by just paying for it, but we might not even need to, right? What does that do for us? What does that do for us? Unfortunately, we can still only play 2 cards. We need to fix that. Okay. So, when did I get this card? Delusions of Danger. I must have just took it, not even looked at it. So that's the card that we just took. Oh yeah, that was the one I just took. So it's push a guy or gain 2 fear. That's pretty sick. I'd love to use it now, but we can still only use 2 cards. We're beholden to what the board says. That's okay, because next round we can move 2 presents off of it and really push forward with this guy. Okay, so I think if we do these 2 things, right, so that'll do us one fear and 1 damage, and that can defend us 8 on that zone right there. Now let me take a look at our powers. That would give us 1 moon, 3... Oh, I really wish we had 2 moons. Yeah, dang it, dang it, dang it. Do we have something that we could do damage with other than the Dahan is what I'm trying to figure out. This is not ideal, but you know what? Maybe we just suck it up here. So, because I wanted to wipe all that out in one go, but there's only 4 Dahan, so we're only going to do 8 out of 11 damage there. So we're going to be left with like a city or 3 dudes, and I don't like that very much. But it's a lot easier to get rid of an explorer than it is to get rid of a city, and we generate tons of fear for getting rid of the city. So if we do that, right, that's defend 8. And then if we do, and what I'm really looking for here is a way to get defend 4. So what do I need? Oh, and this one doesn't even have oh no, a moon on it. And I need 2 moons. Oh no, our moon cards, not good. I need 2 moons. No, there's no way to do what I want. Okay, so then we're in trouble. So if we take 8 defense, and we're doing how much damage? 3, 6, 10, 11. So we need to get to 10 somehow. So this will be 8. Oh, that'll work. Okay, so we need one moon, and then we have it. Okay, so we need just 1 card with a moon. That's all I care about then. And this, let's play that. The Mysterious Abductions, because that'll also... Oh, no. But that's range 0. So I need a moon card, and I would love it to do damage, but that one does not do damage. That's a huge bummer. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, you know what then? How about we play our new card, right? Delusions of Danger? Oh, yeah, no. Or we could do Lure of the Unknown and move this guy out of his space before he can build. And that gives us our moon, and that gives us our 3 plants, really. Yeah, and that generates us a fear, and that gives us 10 defense in that one zone. I think those are the cards that we're going with. What is this? Oh, the 1 damage card I can't play. Okay, so then we have Devouring Teeth lurk underfoot. Let's take a look and see what we have here. Now, the trouble here is going to be... Nowhere really, right? We don't really have any problematic circumstance going on down here at the moment. We should really get rid of this stupid city that's in our way, but at the same time, I don't like that these are going to upgrade to cities here in a moment. So, we have a way to do loads of damage here when the time comes. Oh yeah, we messed up. We need to get some presence down here because all of a sudden we can't reach this space. Okay. So then we're going to have to look at, this is what, 1 space away. God, this card is stupid. This Ants card needs to have a little bit further range to it, or I need to be better about a Sacred Site like right here. that's what needs to happen. Okay, so again, I'm not too worried about any of that until next round, so we'll hang on to that. This Ferocious Rampage card here, that could come in really handy. It's going to be a slow power, but as you see, it'll do 3 damage to explorers and towns, which could clear this off for us. Great, I'm not worried about them at all. That'll be a great slow power. What I need is a fast power, and... or not a fast... I need to clear some ground here, and I don't have anything good. I just don't have anything good. So maybe we do just generate some... Oh! This is the card. We'll do that. Gift of Furious Might, right? So then we target the other spirit, and that guy can do more damage in this little hellhole, the hellmouth up here that we've created, okay? Because right now there's only 8 damage there, and there's 10 here, so he only needs 3 more damage, right? Boom. That gives us 11 damage, or there's 11 here, I think. Yeah, there's 11 damage, and we have 8, 9, 10, 11 with that plus 3. That's the move right there. Okay, so let's make sure we pay for all this mess. So that's 1 and 2, and 1 there. Oh, see? This game feels so good when you figure out exactly what you're supposed to do with your plan, and then it messes it up. And then you go, oh, I didn't see that, or oh, I forgot something, and then you're just screwed. So, okay, so we got our cards planned out here, so now let's go ahead with the fast phase. The fast phase is going to be our friends at the top here first. So we have Lure of the Unknown. Let me put that card up on the screen for you. So this is that one that moves guys off of a space into a space that doesn't have any dudes in it, right? So I'm going to move this guy over here, okay? You see the genius of that? He's going to die. And then this card I'm going to pay 1 for because it says fast speed, any unlimited range, any spirit. So they're going to target themselves. And one of the target spirits lands right here, defend 4. Target spirit, same dude, may pay 1 energy instead to defend 8. So we're going to pay 1. So now we have a defend 8 up here. I'm going to put all the chits up there. Boom. That's heavy defense, okay? So now we have a big defense up there, but we also have our innate ability. So we have 1 moon and 2 plants. Well, we have 3 plants, which is generate 1 fear and defend 2. So now we have defend 10. And remember, this is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. So we're only taking 1 damage on a Dahan up there. Okay, which is sick. Okay. All right, and over here, Gift of Furious Might is our fast power. Target spirit may deal, it's going to cost us 1, may deal plus 3 damage this turn with 1 of its damage. Oh, that's right, but I can't do, that's right, he doesn't do damage. I keep thinking that it's a damage, but he doesn't have his damage. That's right. See what I said? See what I said? You heard what I said. I was standing there when I said it. Yeah, he's not doing the damage. I was hoping I could... That's right, the damage card can't be played because it's range 0. That's where I went wrong. Well, for the sake of it, we're going to keep it because it gives us... No, it doesn't. I was going to say it gives us the powers that we need to do something cool, but it doesn't. So maybe we do change that out with something. A little bit of retcon here. So maybe instead of that, since we know we can't use this card, we'll put it down so I don't make that mistake again. We're going to put that down because we're going to end up using that. None of these make any sense. So we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that. It gives us 2 fire, 1 stone, and 2 animals, so we can at least do a little bit of damage, and that'll cost 1 more. Let me get some change here. Oh, it's only 1. At least that's a card we can use. Okay, so no more fast powers happened. That was it. So now we're going to start the fear cards. No, we had no fear card. Invader phase, Ravaging the Sands. This guy's going to attack a Dahan for 1 point of damage. The Dahan attack back for 4 and kill the Explorer. This guy attacks the land that does 1 damage. Nothing happens. Nothing happens here. We figured this out already, right? This was 11 damage, right? So if we go back here, right, it's 3 plus 2 and 2, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11 damage. And we have 10 defense on here, right? And we have 4 Dahan. So one of them is going to take 1 damage, and then they're going to attack back, whack, for 8, which is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now the good news is, let me put all this right back here, take these away. The good news is, look what we killed, right? So this guy doesn't count, right? He's a nobody. But we get 1, 2, 3, 4 fear tokens. Boom. So there's 3, and we put them back, and we take our 4th. 4th, we generate a fear card. And we are now on terror level 2. So take a gander at that, right? We are making some progress here. So now to win, we can have explorers all over. All we have to do now is eliminate that and that and that, and we win. Can it be done? No. All right. Okay. So let's see here. So that was the... and this I just got. So that doesn't count, right? That happened during Ravage. So this will happen next turn. So we have to somehow remember this now. Okay. So that was Ravage. And then we have Build. Build. So build. This guy's going to build here. This guy's going to build here. This guy's going to build here. And unfortunately, this guy's going to build here. And then that slides down, and Explore is into the wetlands. So we have there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Nice and easy for Explore. Whoo, doggy. Okay, all right. So now we move on to the slow phase. And in fact, I'm going to put this stinking fear card right on top so I don't forget it. Okay, on to the slow phase. So slow phase this time is going to be, it looks like just our man over here. All this guy is done, so we can clear off any of their stuff. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so here we have Ferocious Rampage. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? All right, what do we have? We have 1 fire. Yep, 2 fires. 1 stone. It's too bad I don't have 3 fires. Man, I need some more cards. Ooh, there's a fire there. That's something to think about. Okay, so let's do we do this first? So range 1 away from a place. Oh, these stupid coastal areas, man. Range 1 away from a place of presence, that is. We can do 2 damage, but we have to move a thing into there if we don't have one there already. So let's just... This is going to be a big problem. This is going to be a problem too. Okay, so let's just take 2 out of here. And we already have a presence there, so that's going to gain us 1 more fear. Okay, so that's done. That leaves these 2 cards. So this is going to be... Pay 2 for it, gain 1 fear. Okay, and then this is the do 3 damage, well 4 technically, to explorers or towns only. So in this zone, since we're only 1 away, oh, it's range 0. Dude, I guess all we can kill is that guy. Okay, so we get nothing for that. This one's going to be pay 1. Oh, wait a minute. If we do that in... Nope. Dang. Yeah, we need to get that guy's presence spread around a little bit better. So he has generate 1 fear and gather up to 1. I'm going to move this over here. All right, because he's got presence here, so he's going to gather this guy from here to up here. So I think that's our best bet. Okay, so there's that. So now we're done with all of our slow powers. These go here. These go up here. That's it. Anybody need healing? This guy. This guy. All right, here we are. I think we have enough cards that I think that we're going to be okay. And you know what? We're doing okay on the fear. We could possibly pull 2 fear cards if we do this right. If we can get rid of enough or generate enough fear, we'll be in good shape. So I'm going to have this dude go ahead and let me look at what cards he has. He's got lots of plants down here. We just need to cast more stuff. So let's do this thing here. So we're going to take these 2 bottom ones. That's what I think is going to happen here. We're going to place at +2 and 0. So +2 could be... Oh man, this place is going to get hit really hard. It's about to get ravaged and then built on. Okay, so maybe we move this guy into here. Let's take a look at his cards. Do we have a way to defend? Dang it. No, we don't. No, we don't. You know what? This is the problem zone because I don't have any guys up here, so I'm going to put both of them there. I don't like it, but yellow's got to get their stuff together by themselves. And then yellow, speaking of, is going to gain a power card and draw a presence up to 1 away. We're going to take the fire and we're going to put it up to 1 away. So let's put it right here, I guess. This connects to both of these places, so I like that because I can reach down here now, and then I can still have a sacred site 1 away from here. Let's do that. Okay, so now we're going to gain our energy back. We're going to gain 4 for teeth, and we're going to gain 2 for eyes. Thankfully, eyes has those free cards. Okay, what is going on here? So we have a big problem, and we can't know what this fear card does, so... Okay, so we have a really big problem. This is going to get ravaged again, so let's maybe start up there. Can we defend? I know I have a card for this. Right there. Up, right there. That's our defend 4. It's going to attack 5. We're good. So we're 100% playing that card for up there, and this guy can play 3 cards now. Hot diggity. Okay, I like it. So then, oh geez, this is going to be our next problem. Okay, do I have a slow? I do. I do have a way to move guys. Okay, then after that happens, we're going to move those Dahan around, or some Dahan somewhere, with that, because then we're going to need to sweep over this way. And then we can still play another card with this guy. I have the power. You can feel it, right? You're getting stronger as you go. Let's go ahead and do we attempt to do we? Oh, that's a slow card. Dang it. This is a fast card though. So one of the things that's going to happen here that we got to remember is when we kill that city, which is going to happen after the ravage here, we are then going to gain 1 fear. This could gain us 2 fear in the fast phase. I like it. That'll cost us 1. Okay. I like it. And I like that. Oh, here. We have all these cards. Okay, and I like that because that puts us at totally good. Oh, and did we manage to do this? I'm sure we probably just managed to do it somehow. Because if we can get 4 more fear, we can pull 2 fear cards. This could be a game changer. Okay, so let's see here. So we need 2, and 4. Holy smokes. We actually have the level 3 down here. Oh my goodness. So the level 3... Oh, and by the way, so these are done in order unless they say instead. And so this guy's would have to go from next to next to next to next to next. This guy's actually says generate 1 fear and defend 2. And if you get to the next level, it's instead of that, generate 1 fear and defend 4. And then instead of that, generate 3 fear... Oh my god, and defend 6. Hold on a second. Do we even need... 1, 2... Wait a minute. Do we even need this? Because if we can play any other card to get us, let's see, 2 moons, 2 of the pink things, or purple things, and 4. If we could play any other plant card... Buddy. Any other card that has a plant on it could also get us here, which would get us defend 6, which is more than enough to just cover that all by itself. So that's the card to play. We're going to pay 2 for that because that's a slow power. Then we can move dudes out of the way and it generates more fear. I love it. Okay, now let's go on down to Devouring Teeth lurking underfoot here. Come on, I can feel the swing coming here. Although we've got some serious problems on this board still. All right. Are you going to attack? No. I got to remember that this card is basically useless at the moment. This is like not a great card to synergize with that guy unless he had like some power card he could actually use every now and again. Which of course I have it and I don't need it this time. Is that right? Yeah, because I have like 4 billion Dahan on that particular spot. Whew. Okay, so now we know that this is trouble no matter what. We only have these 3 cards to work with and we can only play 2 of those cards. I don't know why they don't word it a little bit differently on this board. Oh well, okay. So This is all 1 power, so you see in order on the same target land. Okay. So, is there a way that we can manage to get, so we have 2 fire unlocked. Dang it, not one of these cards. Oh, of course, the useless one has a fire on it, because if I could get 3 fire unlocked, 3 fire, any 1 stone, and any 3, I would need, oh, I'd need 2 card zone. I can't do that. Okay, so that's off the table. So what about, ideally, right, these are the cards I have to play no matter what, and they're going to get us to do 2 damage. At a range of 1 away. Hey, that's good for here, though. Oh, it's a slow power. Okay, well, it is what it is. So, let's do... He's not going to... There's no range 0 damage for this guy that's going to happen. So I don't need to defend 9. So these are the only 2 cards that are even playable. They're both slow powers. And I think... Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it's devouring ants and gnawing root biters, right? We don't really have a choice. We're gonna do as little. I mean, we're gonna do some damage, and we're gonna possibly move somebody around. And there's nothing else that we can do. We have 2 fire icons though. That's gonna give us the stone ones and 2 of the animal icons. We're short 1 fire icon to be awesome this round. I mean, I guess we don't have to be. We could just waste that card. We could just waste that card. Which one of these do I like less? Like, Devouring Ants is good. And you know what? If we just waste this card, does that give... But that doesn't give us... Yes, it does. Okay, well, maybe that's the better move then, right? If we burn that card for the elements, we still have to pay for it, right? Man, that's such a bummer. I need more cards with fire. Okay, so if we do it this way, we wind up with 3 fire icons, 1 of like the little stone ones, I guess, whatever that gray one is there, and then 3 of the animals, because we have 1 here, that we could do all kinds of damage. And I think that's the better move. I think that is definitely the better move. Okay, so we're going to do that. We've got to make sure we pay for all these. We have enough energy now. We got it flowing everywhere. Okay, so now that was pick your cards. Now we're going to play these fast cards, and we've got quite a bit to think about out here. So number 1, this guy has enough to get us right. I have 3 moons, 3 purple ones, and I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 green ones. I could almost do the top one there. Holy smokes. Okay, so we can do the one ahead of it. So it's generate 3 fear. Oh yeah. 3 fear and defend 6. Right here. Right there. We're defending 6. That's more than enough. And then as far as our fast powers go, we have just this one. Let's pay for it. And it says push 1 push 1 explore or generate 2 fear. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going to generate 2 fear. So 1, and then it refills, and 2. And that's going to give us another fear card. I love it. I love it. So that's that fast stuff out of the way. Over here, we're going to pay for this, and this says we're doing nothing with it because he's not doing any damage abilities. All right, so now we go into the fear cards, and we're on level 2 now. And when you pick these up, you want to do them in the order you got them, although, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. You don't know because they're all random and they were shuffled ahead of time, but in the manual, it specifically says take them in the order you drew them. And so in this case, we are going to do level 2 now. So it says in each land with a town or a city. I just want to double check something here. Refers to both towns and cities. Okay, so you can see on the bottom, refers to both towns and cities. A land with a town or a city means a land with at least one town, at least one city, or both. Okay, so destroy 1. Oh, that's not super great. Okay, okay. So it's in each land with a town and a city. Oh, in each land. Oh my goodness. Destroy 1 guy per. Okay, so like here we would destroy this 1 guy. Here we would destroy this 1 guy, and here we would destroy this 1 guy. Okay. That's fine. That's great. I mean, not wonderful. And here, technically, we'd be down to 2 guys. Let's put them out there. Okay, I mean, no, that was super good. Okay, and then this one says lands with lands with Dahan have defend 1 plus defend 1 per Dahan, and I don't think that's going to be an issue. Oh well, you know what? Here it is. That's cool. Because all of a sudden now these guys are defending. Because when Ravage happens, Ravage is going to happen up here. We have defend 6 up here. They're going to do 2, 3, 4 damage. We defend 6 and we strike back for 8. We're going to kill them all. I love it. We gain 1 fear because we killed a town. I'm just going to take all those little tokens off. That's it for Coastal Ravage here. Coastal Ravage here. Remember, our fear card, hey, that worked out really well. See, these fear cards are amazing. Lands with the Dahan have defend 1 plus 1 defend per Dahan. So we have defend 3 in that place. It's going to take a damage of 2, and they're going to strike back for 4 and kill another town. Hey, that worked out really well, actually, because I was having trouble getting down here in the horn. All right, and then we have... Is that it for Ravage? No. Okay, so this is going to be bad. So right here, this place gets ravaged. We're going to have to add a blight, and then we have to cascade that blight. And I guess we're going to put it down here. That's a bummer. There was just no way. I mean, there was a way, I'm sure, but it didn't happen. We're going to build in the wetlands. So this place is going to build another one of those, one of these, one of these, and one of those. There we go. So we built in the wetlands, and the Explorer card is... mountain. So cool deal. No cities around here, but there are here and here and here. So there we go. That was the Explorer phase. All right, and these, the next 3, 4, 5 cards are level 3, and if we go through them all, we lose. I don't know why it doesn't say that right there. It should. As do I think it should have the turn order written down here as well, but that's just me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so back to turn order now. Explorer's done. We advance the invader card slow power phase. Let's do the slow power phase here and kick some butt. Let's wrap this up, right? Let's see what we can do. So we have all of this here we can do. Let's do this guy first, perhaps. So his is 1 space away from a sacred site. Dang it, and it's just no jungle or desert. Is what I really want to be able to get into attack, and there's just no guys there. So this bottom part of this, let's pay 1 for it. So these devouring ants, I love it. In the jungle and desert, they're not going to be in the mountains. Okay, so it's 1 fear, and then it's 1 damage and destroy a Dahan in that zone. So it's going to be, so if we go here, this is our sacred site. We go 1 zone up. We're up here now. Oh, we could even go down here. Well, I don't know what's going to happen here. Maybe we just destroy this guy? No, let's push that fear. Let's destroy one of these, right? Because we're 1 zone away. We destroy a Dahan up there. There isn't one. And we can do 2 damage because of our power, which is your damage dealing powers do +1 damage. So we can destroy a town up there, which at least gets us a fear. That's what I'm working on, is that fear. So that's done. And then his slow power, what do we have here? So we have 1, 2, 3 fires again, right? We have 1 stone and 1, 2, 3 animals. So we actually have all 3 of these things to do top down. So we have to pick a zone 1 range away from us. Oh, this is wonderful. 1 range away from us that has invaders. So the first thing it says is if you don't have presence in the target land, gather 1 of your presence there. So let's just gather that dude up in there, okay? And then it says 1 damage and +1 for territorial aggression. So we're going to go wham, right? So that's going to kill another town. And then this says 2 damage. So we can do another 2 damage in that area right here. Boom. And that's another fear, right? Why not? Why not? That zone is going to get ravaged again, but we really have to defend it next time. So to make sure that we don't get completely tore apart right there and have yet another cascade. Okay, so then now we have this guy's slow powers, which is just these 2 things here. So first thing we have is gain, look at that, gain 2 fear. So there's 1 The pool is full, and 2, which means we have yet another fear card. And then we're going to pay for that, by the way. Costs us 2 energy. And then that is, so we got our 2 fear. Push up to 2 explorers or towns, and that's range 1 away from wherever we are. So what do we want to do? Range 1 away from red. That's a bummer. So range 1 away from red. What's going to happen here? The water, the wetlands are going to get jacked up. So if we range 1 away, we can push this guy into something else. So we could totally just push this guy into the jungle out there, right? Range 1 away from here, we could push him. So if we push him out there, he's not hurting anybody hanging out in the jungle, but he's kind of safe out there too. What if we pushed him over here? What if we pushed that guy from here to over here so that we only had to focus our efforts on damage in that area up there? The problem is that we don't have any damage. The problem is that we don't have any damage there. That's the bummer. So perhaps we push him out here into the desert where he's also doing nobody any harm, and those 2 Dahan are just kind of chilling over there. Although I might pull them over here, so let's push them this way instead. Let's push this guy into harm's way, because forget that guy. Oh, and I can push 2. I can push them both there. You know what? That place is just this is the grindhouse right there, right? It's just a Dahan wrecking shop. I like it. Okay, and then we have this. We have, what does that say? In a range 1 away from a jungle where I have presence. So that is here, 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 here. Any target land, gather up to 3 Dahan. And what we can totally do is move these 2 guys into here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, and I've got a plan for that. I have a plan for that. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do. Okay, so we're done with our slow powers now. Let's go ahead and dump all of our cards. Our biggest problem now is that... Is anybody hurt? No. Our biggest problem now is that we don't have very many cards. We have 2 cards in hand. So, if we... Gosh, this guy... Okay, so add a presence. Yes, we're doing it. We're going to reclaim cards. We're going to add a presence. 0 away. Bingo, bango right there. This guy, what are you going to do? You're going to take your cards back, son? You are. Taking your cards back. +1 energy and gain a power card. And that is a major power, which means I now have to dump a card that... to get this power. And I'm going to dump... I think I'm going to dump... Am I going to dump this? Am I really going to dump that card? I think I am. I think I'm going to dump Drift down into Slumber, and it's only because it hasn't been that great for me. Okay, so I'm going to dump that card. I'm going to throw it just off screen there. So now we have 1 major power, and I feel like I was a little late in the game getting to our first major power, yeah. But we were a little bit underwater there. Okay, so now that's all done. Then we're going to gain some stuff. We are going to gain... energy. So we're going to gain 4 over here, 3 and 4. Whoop. And then up here we are going to gain only 2 still. Dang it. Yeah, next turn, buddy. Next turn. We got your back next turn. Okay. All right. So now it's play power card time. Let's see what we can do here. So let's see. We know that we have only 1 fear card and we're a long ways away from another one. I don't know if we can get 7 fear in the fast phase of this. I don't think that's going to happen. So is there a way, and we can both play 3 cards now. I like it. Is there a way that we can... Okay, so here's our problem zone right there. There's our... Oh, these both are awful. Okay. All right, so then we need to find a way to get a defend. So we're going to do 4 damage, which is not enough. We need to do 1 more damage, and I can't. This stinking mysterious abduction cards just isn't doing it for me. Okay, so there is... Oh, man. Lure guys into a place where there is nothing. I mean, that could be useful because we could prevent a build if we get this guy out of here. That's fabulous and all. But I need to find a way to not let this get out of control because it's already out of control. Oh, the card we drew, by the way. I'm not even looking at these. That's the major power, Terrifying Nightmares. And it's a fast power that has a moon and the little green leaf thing. I don't know. Do I have those somewhere? No, I should because I don't know what they're called. Do I? No. Okay. So whatever that little green leaf thing is, life or something, let's, it's not plant. Plant is the green one. So whatever that little purple one is. So that'll give us a moon and a purple, the moon and the purple. And then could I get another... I need one more moon and 2 green ones, and we could do some serious defense in that area. I like it. Unless we can somehow get 5. No, I can only play 3 cards. And those 3 cards would have to have... I didn't even look at this card. If I had 4 moons somehow, I could make that happen. If I had 4 moons, we could generate 4 fear. Oh my word. Okay. So, is that 4 more fear? Look at that. Wait a second. Is that 4 more? Or is that it becomes 4? I think it's 4 more fear. Hold on. There's got to be a way to figure this out. Let me look at the stack of cards that aren't in the game here. Damage from this power may be dealt in adjacent lands. If you have all this first, gather up to... Yeah, it sounds like the top part still happens. You and target spirit each gain 3 energy and may gift the other 1 power. Yeah, these. Oh, they all. Oh, let's see here. You'd think I've never had this many elements before. If any stuff was added, do 4. If any presence was added, do 4 damage. If I have that target, yeah, that like adds to it. So that's a lot of fear we could generate. Destroy 1, 5. Oh, baby. Okay, so let's see. Man, is it worth trying to get 4 moons? What do they call it? Yeah, it is called moon. What's that? Oh, it's air. That's the purple one, air. Okay, so if we could get 4 moons out somehow, and we have all these moon cards, can we get 4 moons out to generate us 6 fear? Oh my gosh. That'd put us in good range of a lot of fear. What else does that do? Push up to 4 dudes. I don't even know where to push them, though. So from range 2 away, we could push a guy. Or we could do it here, because this is about to get jacked up. Range 2 away, we could push all of this somewhere else. Into the desert, maybe. So that's not a bad idea. That would cost us 4, though. Let me make some change here so this will be easier to keep track of. So that would cost us 4, and that's doable, but we still need to come up with 3 moons somehow, of which all of these cards are viable. So, is there a way that we could... So this wouldn't be the card to use. That land is going to wind up with its own defense, and I'm not going to have... Ooh, maybe these... If I just blindly lay those down, these might be the cards. That's 4 moons and 3, 4, 5 plants, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 air, and more moons that I can shake a stick at. 4 moons. That gets us defend 12 right here and generates 5 fear. Holy smokes. I don't even need to know what these do. I just need to know that I can pay for them. That's all that matters. And this one's 2 fear. This is not a bad plan. Playing into the elements might just pay off here. That's going to be costly, but you know what? Oh, I can't play 4 cards, though. All of that work, and I can't play 4 cards. Although, I still kind of like... I can only play 3 cards. I still kind of like the idea... Dang it, that's a bummer. We only need defense 6 in here anyway, so no matter what, I've got to get 2 more of these out and 1 more air out. So no matter what... Yeah, those are all the cards anyway. Dang it, because I could totally do that next round. That'd be amazing. Oh, that'd be amazing. All right, that's a bummer. And see, that kind of thing, happens just so much. You get carried away with how exciting it is that you can actually do something. Okay, so what about this? Oh no, we already have Dahan there, as much as I can get there. So clearly, I just need to make sure we have the defense and generate as much fear as humanly possible up in that area. And to do so, I need I need 4 plants, which means the next 2 cards I have to play have to be plant cards. So let's do that one. And this one's absolutely useless to me. Oh, but it does. I mean, it's going to generate a fear. And we might need this. We might need that. So maybe we go with those cards. So over here, let's go with Furious Might. What is this guy going to do here? So we have to worry about buildings here. Oh, does this guy have a gather? Oh, yeah, I could. Oh, it's a slow power. Do we have a fast? We have a fast push. We have a fast push. Let's swap that for that. Okay. Because we want this guy gone. Okay, so then we have... What can we do here? We can play 3 cards. Keep that in mind. We have a play limit of 3. These stinking devouring ants are going to be the death of me. So we have to worry about Ravage happening here and here. Can we either... So these guys are going to get pushed away, I think. So can we just do loads of damage somehow? Let's see. Or defend if we have to. So that's too late damage. Here's a little bit of damage. That guy's not going to do any damage. Oh, this will help defend that land, though. So yeah, we're good there. I'm not worried about any of the rest of that. What I'm worried about is this guy building a city. So perhaps it's too late because it's not going to matter. There it is. Range 0, though, so that's not going to do us any good, but it'll help us next round. Range 2 away. Let's do it. We're going to play the stinking ants. Okay. All right, so we're only going to play 2 cards with this guy. Let's make sure we pay for all this, so that's going to cost us 3. So there's 2 and 1. Okay, so we've chosen our cards. We're going to move on to the fast power phase now. Fast power phase is going to be almost my whole turn here. Man, okay, this got out of control. So let's go ahead and say that Delusions of Danger here, we are going to spend the 1. And instead of doing the 2 fear, I think we're going to do it range 1 away. So right here, maybe we push this guy down here? No, let's push him up here. There's nothing going on up there. That's fine. Let's just push that guy away. Because I don't like him very much. Oh, even better. You know what? Let's push this guy into here. That way he won't build. Okay, done. Handled. Then we pay 4 for Big Daddy here. Generate 2 fear. And then it's push up to 4... explorers and towns, and I'm gonna and it's range 2 away, so I am going to push. I think I'm going to push all of these guys from here into here. Let's just clear that out, right? Does that sound like a plan? Or do we push them? What do we push them over to here to the jungle? Maybe we push them into the jungle, where we actually have a bunch of presence and a bunch of guys, and we might be able to do some damage. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the move. We'll push them over there. That way they're not causing too much mayhem. And then, oh, we have a 3rd power. Oh, in one of target spirit lands, defend 4 or 8. What are we going to do? 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. So let's defend here. That's the target spirit land. Defend there. We're going to defend 4 because it's taking 4 damage. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then we have this, and we have, what do we have again here? We have 2 moons, 2 air, and 1, 2, oh, we only have 3 of that. So we have gain 1 fear and defend 4 up here. So we're gonna defend 4 up there. That place is gonna take 3, 4, 5 damage. Okay, so that's it for their fast powers. Over here we only have 1. We're gonna pay 2. And that is at range 0, defend 9. We're going to drop that bad boy defense right there. Okay, and then plus 2 fear if invaders are present. That's this card here. Plus 2 fear if invaders are present. And push 2 Dahan. There's no Dahan there to push, so we're done. Okay, now we move on to fear. We didn't quite get our next fear card, but we almost certainly will next time. Now, this is still level 2. It says each player may gather 1 explorer into a land with a town or a city, or gather a city into a land with a... That's a bummer, because they're all too far away now. I've spread everybody to the 4 corners, so this did very little good for us here, right? Yeah, so, I mean, I guess we could gather this guy over to there. Everybody's kind of bundled up, and then I almost don't want to gather this guy into there because we only have a defend 4 there, and they're doing 5 damage. That would put another blight there, so I think we're just going to leave that alone. That's a bummer. Dang it. Oh, well, that's okay, you know. Okay, so now it's Ravage time. So Ravage phase, this is going to happen here. The Wetlands, this one is going to take damage, and it's defend 9, so no damage happens. Then, because of this, Wetlands. This one, nothing here happens, nothing here happens. This one has defend 4. 5 damage is going to happen, so this guy's going to take 1 point of damage. They're going to smack back for 4, which is only going to kill this and do 1 damage to that. But killing a city is going to give us 2 more fear. Boom. Look at that. We got another fear card. Okay, we're going to put that here. And then, oh, look at this. Terror level 3. All we have to do is kill this stupid city now, and we win. See? No cities, and we win. Okay, so that was it for the Ravage phase. Okay, Ravage phase is done, and now we're going to do the build phase. So building in the mountains happens right here. Boom. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay, and then the explore phase. Oh, God, here we go. Into the jungle. Right here, because that's connected there. Into the jungle here. And into the jungle here. Why did I defend so much over there? Nothing was happening over here. It wasn't coastal, was it? No. It was wetlands. Okay. Then jungle there and jungle here, and then wetlands here, oh man, here, and here. Okay, they repopulated their little dudes. But the good news is, look at this. In Terror level 3, to win, we just have to make sure that that we can destroy the city before this. Okay, so, and then we're actually in slow phase now, aren't we? Right? That was it. We advanced the cards. Slow power phase. Hold up. Wait. Okay, so let's see here. Let's take our cards back here, our little tokens that we don't need out on the board anymore. These are all done. These are all done. All we have left is this and this. So in Devouring Ants, we pay 1, and it says at a sacred site up to 2 away, we're in the spot right now. 1 damage, destroy a Dahan. So that's not going to do us any good if we do it here. What if we do it up here? So... yeah, our better bet is to do it up there, because what will happen now, see, that's gain 1 fear, 1 damage, which will be 2 damage because of our power, right? So that's boom, we killed that city that just appeared, and we gain 1 fear for it, and then that's that card done. So the ants did some good there. Then we have this power, which, did we trigger that? We have 2 fires, 1 earth, that's what it's called, 1 earth, and... 1 earth and 2 animal. We have 3 animals. So we did this. So we can do 2 damage somewhere else. So we may as well do it here and kill just these 2 invaders just to kind of... oh, no. Oh, no. Let's do it here. because we can move that here and kill these two guys, or kill that one town, move that there, then everybody heals because the slow phase is done. Oh, man. Okay. This is it. We have to kill this city real fast, like in the fast phase. Like, I'm not even messing around. Can we do it? Can we do it? No, we can't do it. What I need to find is 3 damage in a fast phase. Does this guy have his... Oh, buddy. I've figured it out. Okay, so from the top of the round, here's how we do it. This guy's going to add the presence one, right? These two. So the first thing he's going to do is take this one and put it 2 spaces away from another one. He's over here. He's going to go into that zone right here. And then he's going to do the other one at 0, which is going to be this one right there. Boom. Okay, done. This guy, do I just take my stuff back? What cards would I get back? Defend 9. I don't need it. I don't need any of this garbage. So we are going to do gain a power card and gain a presence. That's the card he gained. And add 1 presence up to 1 away. So let's do... let's just do it. I guess it doesn't matter right here. Okay, because I got this. I got this. Watch this action. We'll take our powers. Watch. 1, 2, 3 for this guy. 4 for this guy. Okay, now it's play cards. I'm not even sure I care to do the whole thing, because if I do... Oh, look at that. That was defend 10. Oh, and I had to... No, that was a minor power. I thought it was a major power he took. No. And then if I play that card, watch. And this guy plays 1, and this guy pays 1, and then the fast action phase happens, right? Fast power phase. Here we go. You go first. Target spirit. This guy. Pay 1, may deal +3 damage this turn with one of its damage dealing powers. Okay? This guy's fast power phase. Pay 1, boom. Gain 1 fear, 1 damage, +3 damage at a range of 0 in here, wipes out that city, gets us 2 more fear, and guess what? The victory condition was met. There are no more cities on this board. I can't believe it. Victory condition, no cities. They're gone. What a mess. How awesome, though. The game is so good, but it just locks your brain up. Like, I don't even know how long this recording was. Maybe 2 hours or something? I can't see it. A very long time. Very long time. In fact, I have to get out the door in just a minute because my alarm is about to go off in exactly 30 seconds here to go pick up my daughter from school. So that was good timing. All right, that was Horizons of Spirit Island. We kicked some butt barely there. I don't know, what was our fear card? We almost had a second one. That one would have been Defend 6 and all coastal lands. Skip all build actions in coastal lands that would add a city. Good deal. This would have gone much differently. This, wow. So cool, but you can see how going around and helping each other, is integral. That was definitely something that we had to do. We needed this to happen here. And this one zone and this one zone caused us huge problems the whole time. Crazy. I absolutely love this game. It is such a brain burner. I don't know. Let me know if it's fun to watch this or not, just because I have to do a lot of talking to work through it. And I know I go slower than I think I'm going because I'm working through it, as I'm talking. Trying to make a decision on what card to play and then inevitably pull the wrong card. I can't even play 4 cards that turn anyway, whatever the case may be. But I love it. Horizons of Spirit Island in the US. You can... Oh, I don't have the thing anymore. You can get it at Target for $29.99. I hear it's rolling out to various places in Europe at the moment. They're fulfilling the Kickstarter that they just wrapped up not too long ago. And it's on Steam. You can get a digital version for super cheap. Right now it's on sale for $17, it looks like, US. And just a hell of a game. Such a brain burner. I don't know. It might not be your cup of tea, and I could not imagine playing this 3-handed. My brain would melt. I don't think I could handle it. So thanks for being with me. Glad to do this. Let me know if you enjoy seeing this or not. I got some more information about my Final Girl Season 2 pledge, by the way. I got a note from FedEx. yesterday, 2 days ago, that said, hey, we got it. We'll have it there on the Saturday, the 18th. And then I got which is 2 days from now. And then I got an email from FedEx today that said, oh, our bad, delays. It's going to be like the later 23rd or something. So we'll see. I don't know when that's going to happen. And then I'm leaving town for a week, so I won't get to play Final Girl Season 2 for a while. So let me know what you think of this. I'm going to post this immediately, I think. I'm not ahead of the game on any videos like I was in the beginning there because we had school closures thanks to the weather and stuff like that. Admin day and everything, and I cannot record with the kid here because it's too loud and the audio quality is not the best as it is, and picking up external noise would not be good. So thank you all very much. I can't believe you won. That was awesome. And remember, games are made for everyone's recreation. We'll see you later.